Hi, Capricorn. Happy birthday, Capricorn. Oh, I hope you had a good Christmas. Happiest New Year, Capricorn. Thank you for being here. Oh my goodness, your energy feels so good. It's like you're getting back in line with yourself. Oh, the serpentine. But this is freedom. This is just being in line with you, not being crammed between two things. You know what I mean? Like trying to make it to the front. It's just being in line with where you're at. Okay, so you definitely achieve. This is it. We're starting out this new year too. I feel like, I mean, there's always success in career with you when you, in your world, when you try, right? When you put in the effort, when you know that sometimes you got to do it, you got to go at it alone. Sometimes it's figuring out how to get to the next stage. Shows your independence and your ability to harmonize with that which you're creating, you know, or want to create. So good for you. Good for you. Okay. Obviously, if you can see, well, obviously, if you can see, there's a variance of cards. We chose 5 different decks, I guess. I like the flow of them. Let's see your first one. Oh, my best self. My best self. Okay, it says, let me take a sip of tea, just a minute. It's early and a little cold, and it feels nice to take in something that takes a while to steep. You know, it takes a while to get there. It says, I trust that when I'm doing the best and being the happiest version of myself, the right sorts of relationships will appear. That means I can let go of all my worries about the future, not only that of my job, knowing that my only job is to be happy in this moment. We'll take that. You know, try to find that zen. What is this animal? Like an aardvark fox? Aardfox? Oh my god. There's like... I'm telling you, it's all... There's like things lining up, okay? Like... Happy in this moment. The future. So we have trust, being... right sorts of relationships, being happy in this moment. Okay. I like that energy. It's sort of like zen floating this way. Let's see what's up with that. It's real chill. Sun, yes, that is how you succeed. Happiness and Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Pisces also received this card exactly here. You're sextile to one another. This is where Capricorn, the structure of you, the maturity of you, the awareness and wisdom of you, working with Pisces energy like that it's so creative, you know, because really nothing is, you know, well, rather all things are possible with spirit, right? Speaking of that, I want to talk about this card for a second. This is Masaru Emoto. I believe that's how you say it. May he rest in peace. He did this water experiment. It's really beautiful. Saying words, writing them down on a piece of paper, having people... speak silently within, you know, like pray, whether this is in a group or with other people. And when you do, depending what you say, it creates a certain kind of pattern. Usually when it's frictional, it doesn't create these hexagonal shapes. It doesn't create this snowflake pattern, if you will. It looks really messy, you know. It's like oil on water. Like it won't connect with itself. But this card represents resonance. which is in the wisdom section. Taurus also received a wisdom card this time, which is your other sextile. It's beautiful. You need that earth on both sides of you. They'll help you, hold you together. But isn't that lovely? It's almost like a heart in the center of it. This one actually almost makes 7. Usually there's 6. And so there's an extra one with this. And how this card, like in the deck, this card comes after harmony. It comes after harmony. Right, which in essence, I suppose, is like contentment, which is in essence happiness, which then gives success, right? Seems like an easy equation, but that's what's happening here. Whereas, again, in line, for those of you who haven't arrived here yet, accepted yourself or your successes. This could also be a bit of this year as we're starting out, and this is your, the sun in Capricorn until the next time this happens. Yeah, look at that. It's like a whole interesting. This is also showing me that this year could be something where you're really happy with what you have. And that in itself gives the blessing, but one couldn't try to, right? You can't force anything to be in this place. You gotta, this is found. This gives you your right relationships. This is letting go of worry of the future, because you always have a plan anyway, right? Like, you have to, faith, and restore. Maybe that's exactly what's happening here is a restoration of faith in someone's heart, right? It could be faith in love. It could be faith in yourself. Faith in finding peace. Because to me, Capricorn energy, if you're good with it, if how do I explain that? Well, with Capricorn, you got to go all the way. You can't say to oneself, well, I don't know if I can climb the mountain. It's like you got to say to yourself, I want to climb the mountain. And then you have to write the practical behind that. And then really know that no matter, even if you made the plan, that everything, there was a lot of time on your end of it, like effort. Well, we strip everything all back to the bottom, if you will. Well, is there peace in there? That's what you found. That some of you really found this. I'm really happy for you. If you haven't arrived here yet, again, you can find it. And as these readings tend to trickle, down the stream of life, further than we can see, this could also be this energy then too, which is good. It's like you're holding it. And the animal spirit you received is kind of confirming this too. Is like, here's eagle, or excuse me, hawk. Pisces received eagle. Remember this card, and they had an eagle facing the same exact way. But it says hawk spirit. Let your spirit be your guide. Because sometimes we forget when we're succeeding that it isn't just us that's doing it, even if we did it all by ourselves, physically. Wow. This is so positive. I am so happy for you. Okay, so this is people coming in. This is people coming into your life. Okay, they match what you value. you know? They match what you value. They match what the resonance of your heart. Or they respect it. There's respect in the... Just a second. Excuse me. Faith, it's so pretty. It's the feeling, although I have a little, maybe I'll explain how I'm feeling. It's so positive. It's so mellow. It's so positive. And there's not necessarily this worry of the future, but there is a little, like, maybe it's excitement. Right, Capricorn, you're pretty, again, you're like the grandparents of the zodiac. Do you know what I mean? You're the elder. That's the elder energy to me of the zodiac. So to be lighthearted, to be zen enough to be lighthearted in the right ways that actually, again, mirror your own value, what you have, what you hold, who you are. It's almost like it's so good, I don't know if I want to say anything else. How long did we go? I'm curious on time. It was about 11 minutes. We rolled this 11 too. Interesting, with Uranus. Well, okay, since you're in this zone, I would say money's good, right? That's solid. I see you do have some really healthy, there's some really healthy relationships, feeling pretty steady, restoring faith. You're letting spirit be your guide, and you're resonating with that. Holy smokes, Capricorn. I told you, it's a, you probably, do you tell yourself in an affirming way, in a positive way, like what's going to happen? Or do you just like, wait until the bird cracks through the shell? Interesting. But no, there's like this line, but it's not a sharp, this isn't even like a mountain. It's like almost like a river. Okay. Yeah. Look. Okay. Interesting. So this is kind of Scorpio energy. There was this reading called Magic Carpet, and it talked about really like if you had a magic carpet and you could go anywhere you wanted to go, which would basically mean that you believe in your heart that anything is possible. You have to really believe it. Then you can go there. Then we have Leo energy here, which is helping that creation become something. This is also like something's interchangeable or like versatile. Now here, I feel like you can touch the bottom of the river. It's good. You're with other people. That's fine. You know, speaking of this, in case you are unaware of this, I mean, I think a lot of people know this concept now, and I guess it's a fact. Hi, Hawk. The Hawk just showed up. Cool. Okay, like we were saying, your work, steady, right? Money's, that part's all set. Then you can get into this emotional space, which helped you to be settled, to be here now. Now you can be more lighthearted and more creative in something. You know, maybe for some of you this year, it would be nice to think about a hobby that you would like to, something you'd like to learn about, something you'd like to do just for yourself, a class or to, I don't know, because again, I feel like you're so right. It's like you're just going down the river. It's not a lazy river. It's just not scary. This is deeper, though. This, you can touch the bottom. This, then as you go along, I guess, the river becomes deeper. But it's, I'm almost seeing like where they always bring people to a river to be baptized, right? Or to water. It's like you get dunked in the river. It's Aquarius, right? It's being blessed by the stars. The more faithful you have been, and this doesn't mean not going through a hard thing, although I see that you're not taking that into this new year, or that is not meant to be taken as you start this new year. This is, every single card here is positive. Like beyond positive. It's like words can't really describe how positive this is. And it's not an energy where this would be too good to be true. It's because it's true within a person. It's true within you, you know? Which again is reflected in these relationships because of how you value your life, which is going to be indicative of how home is, how family is, your relationships, your job, right? It's these cornerstones that are so important, right? And I feel like those are set. And if you feel like if you're in a space where you're creating, you're like, okay, here's just, say there's a new thing, and you're like, all right, here's one cornerstone. Here's a good stone for a cornerstone. Got it. This is good for that. Then, you know, be creative in thinking about what you want, again, this year to be, because wherever you put your energy is going to help you to restore your faith also. And I see, because this is positive, you might as well stay in that line. You know, you don't have to have the frictional energy, but you are going to have a lot of faith in your heart. So maybe the serenity prayer would be helpful if any of you are shaky, you know. And remember that words really are magic. They create, most of our body is water, right? All right, so there's actually no technical water in the map. You know, the water is within us, it's above us, it's below us. Interesting. You know, I was looking at this hawk, and it was almost like I was going to choose a card to be like, oh, do we want to see, or do we want to see, or is it possible to see what hawk can see? But this card says, let spirit be your guide. Now, that doesn't mean, again, lazy down the river if one hasn't done the Saturn thing yet. But if you've done the Saturn thing, which I don't see how any Capricorn energy couldn't have done the Saturn work of the last, I don't know, at least 5 years. So point is, because what is that? It's gaining wisdom through your experience, right? It's becoming more of the master of yourself versus enslaved to whatever has been. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, we could look and see, but we're not supposed. It's not even that I really want to. It wouldn't be any fun if you could ultimately tell exactly what it is, because really, what did this say? My job is one of my jobs. Let's put it this way: you're Capricorn. One of my jobs is to be happy in this moment, to be the happiest version of myself. And again, if you're not here yet for some reason, or if this ever gets in a place where it doesn't feel like this, I guess, well, what is it that makes you happy? When you do it, you don't think about time, you don't think about eating, you don't think about money, you don't think about whatever. You get in like a zone. You know, how is it that you create with other people too? Because that could also be something that, you know, maybe it's having more faith in your ability. Whether this is an internal, like, in ways of emotion and happiness, which is Jupiter energy, you know? Jupiter and the moon really will determine your happiness. So, remember to pray over your food, right? Thank your food. And bless your objects, right? Bless your relationships. What kind of relationships are you wanting this year, too? You know, maybe some of you, it's to, again, restore faith in relationships, or it's restoring faith in yourself. Again, if you've already done that in yourself, then that in the external world is really going to open up for you. This could also be, again, like creative talents, because you're going from Scorpio to Leo, which is, well, I guess that's a great depth of intimacy in relation to the heart. It's like heart chakra, root chakra, right? I guess it's also forgiveness of the family there, too, is part of what brought the Zen. Or maybe yourself within that, I don't know. But you're feeling so good, Capricorn. This month is awesome. I feel like this year is awesome. I think that's all we need to say. I don't want to dig too much. Do you know what I mean? You're right in line. Remember, all hard work, right? Thank you. Thank you for all your hard work. Thank you. Dear Lord, thank you. It's like a faith that you know, not a faith that needs to be like told, you know, or shown. I mean, it goes through your actions, but it's just something, it's more something that you just know in yourself. Oh, there's Aquarius too. Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo. I guess this could be Taurus. Interesting. So those of you that are really you're feeling this, this is where you fixed the fixed signs in your map, or you've adjusted them enough to know how to work with them. That could also be a bit of a focus for you this year, is to focus on those houses in your map. Okay? And remember, ninth house is 3-9 is the moon and the sun, is God and you know, the high priestess, the high priest and the high priestess. Okay. I love you so much, Capricorn. I hope you have the best birthday. I hope you have the best birthday. Do you want some birthday flowers? We'll give you this whole little dish. Here. They're little bachelor buttons. I love this flower. It's like a field flower. It's like a wildflower, you know? One of the few natural blue flowers, too. Okay. I love you so much. Happiest New Year. Happiest birthday. Thank you. Thank you for making this a part of you, for putting this resonance into the world. Thank you. I love you so much. Take care. Peace out.